Let's go.
Life happens, y'all. We got a golden rule. Stay true, stay focused on what's important. Oh, you can discover the golden you.
Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Golden Rule Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Ryan Hayes. Man, I am back joining you guys for episode 8. We are now in episode 8 of the show, man. You know, it just feels good to keep making progress, man. So we moving right along. We're gonna jump right into the news, man, because we got plenty to talk about. It's always something breaking coming down the line. And speaking of breaking, we're gonna go ahead and break the news to you guys, man. So just yesterday or going into 2 days ago, yesterday was really it. But breaking news, the Cowboys, man, the Dallas Cowboys made a trade for Trey Lance, who was a number 3 overall pick in the draft when he came out. From the 49ers, man. I'm not sure why the 49ers, San Francisco, could never get this guy up to par. I mean, he could never get on the field. He was hurt a few times, and it just seemed like the Jimmy Garoppolo situation was holding him back, or they just felt more comfortable with Jimmy. They let Jimmy go at one point in time, trying to give this guy the reins, and he just couldn't take over, man. So the injuries happened. Then they got Brock Purdy last year, who was like Mr. Irrelevant, one of the last picks of the draft, if not the last pick in the draft. And he showed out last year, man. So they're going forward with Brock Purdy. They also got Sam Darnold, who played. Obviously, he was drafted by the Jets, but he played last with Carolina Panthers, who, you know, it was up and down. The first year he played with us was terrible, but the second year, yes, last year when he had that beard, I don't know. Sam Darnold looked pretty good, man. So that bumped Trey Lance down on their depth chart in San Francisco to like third or fourth string quarterback. And it's unfortunate, man, but Dallas has spent a fourth round pick. Now we do know Dak Prescott was drafted in the fourth round. So I mean, then maybe they finding gold in the fourth round. I'm not sure, but they used the fourth round pick to get the number 3 overall pick, man. So can't be mad at Jerry, man. You know, hey, Jerry, you you doing your thing, brother. I mean, that's just what you do. You putting a team together. We'll see if this lights a fire under Dak Prescott, because I'm not sure. Dak looks like, I mean, I feel like Dak is just comfortable with where he's at, man. I mean, he did have an outstanding rookie year. Ever since then, it's a lot to be desired, man. I mean, he hadn't really given the Cowboys much to really talk about. I do know Cooper Rush played well the last couple years as a backup quarterback, and I know when Dak was hurt, Cooper Rush outperformed. I mean, he played well. They were winning games. I mean, a lot of people when Dak Prescott came back were like, hey, put Cooper back in the game. As soon as Dak threw a pick, they were like, put Cooper back in the game, man. So I don't know. I don't know how much play time Trey Lance is going to get. I'm not sure if he's going to battle with Cooper Rush to get that second spot. I'm not sure how healthy he is, to be honest, man. But we're going to keep paying attention to that because, hey, we got movement. And when Dallas Cowboys make movement, it is breaking news, man. Love them or hate them or however you feel about them, it's breaking news. When Jerry Jones does something, it's breaking news, man. So moving right along, man, the rest of the preseason is continuing today, and I believe there's a game tomorrow. Right now, I'm watching the Jacksonville Jaguars up 23-6 right now in Miami. Dallas Cowboys are playing the Raiders right now. They were up 7-0 last I checked. So preseason's going on, man. We getting to the end of it, man. This is the last of the last, man. So the regular season will start on September 7th, and we're looking forward to it, man. The first game is going to be Detroit Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs, which it shouldn't be that much of a contest, but who knows, man? Detroit might have a surprise for you guys and at least make it competitive. I mean, we're hoping anyways. But yeah, regular season's about to kick off, man. Football is back. Not to mention college football also started today, which is, you know, that's a great deal within itself too, man. I'm a Buckeye fan, OHIO, baby, and we start next week. So Notre Dame thrashed the Navy team earlier this morning when they were playing. So that was just to open this up. I know USC is playing right now, so hey, you know, it's week 0. It's considered week 0 of college football. We got NFL football on the way, man. We just have football back, man. So you know we're excited about that. Yes. Excited about football, man. Now, moving right along, man. We did have some breaking news in FIBA basketball started. Team USA started this morning around 7:30. The game started about 7:30 this morning, man. I was able to catch some of it. They started off very slow, to be honest, man. They looked very rocky. New Zealand had went up to it was like 4-14 at one point early in the first quarter. New Zealand was beating Team USA. So I was like, this doesn't look like we ready to take on the world, man. I mean, I'm just being honest. It doesn't look like we were ready, but I mean, we did close them out 99-72. So we got, I would say the bench really came in and did their thing, man. The starters couldn't hit a basket. Coach Kirk made some substitutions, put in Paulo Banchero, Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves getting a lot of love. As soon as he stepped on the court, it was a lot of love, a lot of praise for Austin Reeves. I'm sure his being in LA, being with the Lakers has a lot to do with that, but he's on my squad, so I'm not mad at Austin Reeves, man. I hope he continues to get better, man. Team USA were led by Paulo Banchero, by the way. He has some nice stats. I'm gonna go ahead and read you guys a few of the numbers I seen today. Banchero finished with 21 points, 2 for 2 from the 3-point line, 8 for 10 overall from shooting. So that's pretty good. That'll work. That'll work. I mean, he led all scorers with 21 points. Austin Reeves did come in off the bench, 12 points, 2 for 2 also from the 3-point line, 4 for 6 overall from shooting. So these guys, these are the players that really came in off the bench and gave us that spark to actually allow us to go ahead, man. I was watching those games and I wasn't too impressed. I am still keeping my eyes on Anthony Edwards, but he kind of started slow, man. Cut about 4 or 5 turnovers early. It looked real sluggish, man. I don't know if they were just not taking this team serious or what, but thank God the bench came in and we got some of the best players in the world representing us. So give it up for Team USA. We're here, baby. We're here. Team USA, we are here. Now, speaking of Team USA, man, Team USA has been doing some big things in track, man. I mean, I know we gave Sha'Carri Richardson her flowers and we wanted to give her support. We love the redemption story she's been on. But I forgot to mention, I failed to mention personally, Noah Lyles, man. Noah Lyles, if we can just give Noah Lyles a little praise, man. We ain't gonna clap it up for everything, but we gotta give respect, man. Noah Lyles, man. Listen. He is the fastest man in the world right now, man. He's the fastest man in the world. He's the only person in 3 years. I'm sorry, not 3 years. He's the first person since 2017. No, 2007, since Tyson Gay and Allison Felix to win 3 gold medals in the world championships, man. So Noah Lyles has been putting on a show. He won the finals in the 100-meter dash. He also won a 200-meter gold medal, and he just won today or yesterday the 4x1 gold medal. So Noah Lyles has been representing, man. He's been doing his thing. He deserves his flowers. He also has some controversial comments that he said. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys listen to this because I was a little taken aback by it, but you gotta feel them when you on top, when you're winning your races, when you're doing your thing, man. You gotta give them mad respect, man. So I'm gonna let you guys hear a little bit of what I heard from Noah Lyles, man. I mean, he did have a nice, interesting press conference after his races.
Watch the NBA Finals, and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States. Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times. But that is the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
All right, look, man. So anyway, I appreciate what he said because he is representing USA. He's representing America in the world at these world games. These Olympics are all different type of countries in these games. So I understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, what he need to understand is in the NBA, we have foreign players all in the NBA. Some of the best players in the NBA are from other countries. We're going to talk about the likes of Giannis Antetokounmpo. We can talk about the likes of Joker. Uh, um, Joker's also one of those guys who is one of the top guys in the NBA. There's a lot of players. Luka Doncic. These guys are not from America, and they are represented in the NBA. So these are the best of the best players, man. I don't want him to poo-poo what's going on in the NBA because it's not an Olympic style thing like the FIBA basketball tournament, because Team USA typically runs through the rest of the world. So I wouldn't just say, just because he what he's doing is he's the only one representing the world. There's may not be flags, but there's national anthem sung before these games. There's NBA. These NBA players are representing the world. They're all representing the USA. So I would just take it back from that, man. I'm not saying that he's wrong, but I'm also saying, hey, don't poo-poo what those guys are doing, man. Moving right along, man. Some honorable mentions. We did see some boxing news came down 2 days ago about Tank Davis fighting supposedly Isaac Pitbull Cruz. And if you're unfamiliar with Isaac Cruz or Pitbull Cruz, he did fight in the undercards. He was the fight right before the Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence fight. He fought an Italian guy, I forgot, but he won the belt. And now Tank Davis is saying that he's wanting to fight him next, man. So I'm not sure. They already fought once before. The numbers weren't too great on the fight. I'm not sure how much the numbers are going to be on this one. I do know there's not a lot of traction being gained because this is not a fight that everybody wants to see, man. I feel like, this is Floyd Mayweather. This is what he does, man. He picks around his fights. He's doing the Mayweather shuffle. I would say Tank Davis is now doing the Mayweather shuffle, man. He going to pick and choose who he want to fight. Whoever's the weakest person with a belt. He doesn't want a Devin Haney. He doesn't want a Shakur Stevenson. He doesn't want any of those guys. He doesn't want real competition. He wants to fight the weakest guy that has a belt, take his belt, and be considered a champion. Because as we know, Tank Davis doesn't have any belts to speak of. He's a great fighter, but he doesn't have any championships, man. So I guess they're trying to, seek a championship. Or the easiest fighter, Pitbull Cruz, is probably like 5'4", but so is Tank Davis, I guess. So those guys, hey, moving right along from them, man. We'll keep our eyes on it. Just don't forget that Charlo and Canelo, the big super fight, will be September 30th, and we're gonna keep our eyes focused on that. That's the biggest thing going in boxing. Also, we got to mention I'm not sure if you guys grew up watching anything about The Price is Right, but Bob Barker, the host of The Price is Right, died today, this morning at 99 years old. So we want to just go ahead and just give him his flowers, man. He was great. I do know I spent time at grandma's house. I've spent time looking at The Price is Right, and I've seen this guy for years of my life as a child. He was a childhood memory for me, man. So condolences to his family, man. We did lose Bob Barker. A last honorable mention, obviously, is the college football season is back, man. We're gonna keep our eyes on that. That's coming up next. Next week will be the start of the real season. Like they said, today was week 0, so these games do count. Notre Dame beating Navy does go on their record. USC winning this game will go on their record. We're gonna keep our eyes focused on that, man. But moving right along, man, to continue to end the show, it will be the golden rule of the day. Now, the golden rule of today will be how you carry yourself will carry itself. And what I mean by that is the way you represent yourself. If you're clean cut reserve, or if you have the dreads and you keep a nice line up, edge up, you keep yourself together. You ain't just sagging all off, wearing, just keeping yourself together, man. It's not necessarily about the appearance, but it is about the appearance. How you represent yourself will carry yourself, man. Speaking to people in the morning time, it doesn't matter if it's at work or wherever it might be, man. I mean, how you carry yourself will carry yourself, and doors will open on its own, man. So just remember, just carry yourself with respect, treat yourself with respect first, treat others with respect, and then doors will open, man. No matter how you look at it, it might not happen right away, but things will happen, man. Things will start to shift. The atmosphere will shift for you, man. So just continue to carry yourself with a level of respect, treat yourself right, treat others right, and how you carry yourself will carry yourself, man. That is the golden rule of the day. Nice, short, sweet episode today, man. We do appreciate you guys coming out, and we look forward to you guys joining me on the next episode. Thank you. When real life happen now, we got a golden rule. Stay true, stay focused on what's important. You can discover the gold in you. Find your gold. Look, breaking news.